This is my Lego Star Wars custom Mandalorian Starfighter. In the Star Wars universe, this is also known as the Comrock class fighter or the Gauntlet Starfighter. This is a fun little build to do. Just take you kind of around, show some of the details of the ship. We just had a new official Mandalorian Starfighter set came out with its awesome color scheme. It was a pretty fun build, and I wanted to do my own spin on it, kind of a custom color scheme, couple other added details. That set came with this Mandalorian Loyalist minifigure, and I wanted to make a custom ship for him or her, and this is what I came up with. Some of the features of this ship is we first see there are 4 medium laser cannons up front there. Also on each wing, just that little single piece, there's a pair of light ion cannons also. And it has one more kind of hidden other weapon. Turn it around. Right here, there is a hatch that comes out, and this piece can pop off. And my idea was that this is a seismic charge. And I know that's not completely canon that these Gauntlet Starfighters had seismic charges, just kind of in the Slave 1, according to what we've seen. But I wanted to add it just kind of for fun. So, bring it up a little closer, we'll take a look at the cockpit. Take our minifigure out. So, as we can see, there are a couple little control panels there. Let me see if I can get kind of a better light. A couple little control panels, that little panel piece to hold our minifigure's legs, and kind of a suggestion of a chair, but enough room for our minifig to still have his or her jetpack. And then there are the minifig's pistols clipped in right back there. So we'll put the minifig back in. So I wanted to keep, you know, the obvious features of the ship and have the rotating cockpit and rotating wings. So let me kind of show how this ship does it. So this can rotate, you know, 360 degrees. The best view of it, I think, is when it's kind of like in this view. I think that's pretty sweet, kind of like mid-rotation of the wings. And actually, both Mandalorian Starfighter Lego sets, the designers used this piece embedded in there for the rotation of the cockpit, and I did the same as well. But for the wings, so if we bring in this ship, for the wings, for them to rotate up, they use these Technic arm ratchet things, and you know, that's a great piece and I really like them, but we kind of see that the wings are a tad floppy, and they kind of sag down just a little bit, you know, which isn't a big deal. But for my ship, that my wings were a little heavier, so I needed to come up with something a little more sturdy. So I actually used, again, you know, these ball joints. So there's one embedded in here for the cockpit to rotate around, but then there's 2 more for each wing. And I can actually just kind of like pop these off, get a better view of it. So each wing has the ball right there, and then the socket is kind of embedded in there. My idea is to have like a bunch of these ships in different color schemes, and I can kind of like swap out wings and the fuselage piece I think that'd be kind of fun. So I showed you the rotating cockpit and showed you the mechanism behind the wings, but I'll show you the actual wings rotated up. And also I included landing gear, which is very helpful for this set. Fortunately, it wasn't much of any landing gear on Bo-Katan's set, so, but we got it here. So that's how this ship looks standing up. Not the best view in LEGO with all the anti-studs, but it's okay. I'll turn it around, and this is kind of obviously a much cooler view in my opinion. So yeah, we'll set this back down. Taking just another look at it. This whole back part was pretty fun to kind of greeble and design. Right here, you know, it's just a perfect space for my thumb to swoosh the ship. Try to make most of my ships sturdy so you can swoosh them and not super fragile, and they just keep breaking if you touch them. Also, a difference I made on here compared to the other ships are these engines. I wanted to make them nice and thin. I've made, you know, massive engines for my ships before, and I wanted to make thinner profile ones to make them less of a target when enemies are pursuing this ship. So, I mean, they're very simple, but they were pretty fun to design. And, you know, sometimes when I'm building, like, MOCs that are completely my own creation, you know, they can take a while and to come up with the design and then to execute the design, but this was obviously, you know, based loosely off of the 2 official Mandalorian Starfighter sets. So it was super fun and a super quick build, and it went up easily, and I took kind of the basic framework and then added my own spin on it. Kept the rough overall plan, but then could quickly design kind of like, you know, these features and all the greebling really quickly, and it was a nice, fun, quick build. And yeah, that's a look at my custom Mandalorian Starfighter.